Significant history surrounding this Mexican national team. Not just Andres Guardado, but Memo Ochoa are both heading to their 5th World Cups. They joined the famed Tota Carvajal, legendary goalie of the 50s and 60s, and Rafa Marquez as previous Mexican players to get to 5 World Cups. Of course, Marquez doing it in 2018 in Russia. Mao, it's kind of an odd statistical anomaly. Is this good or bad for Mexican soccer?
It is bad for Mexican soccer, and I'm sorry to become the party pooper here, but I mean, here's the fact. Here's the fact. When a player like Guillermo Ochoa and a player like Andres Guardado reach the 5th World Cup, it means that Mexican soccer was unable to come up with more talent to compete for that spot. Because this is not Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, who will also play their 5th World Cup. But we are talking about 2 of the best players in the history. Definitely the 2 best players of, I was going to say their generation, but for many generations. That's not the case with Guillermo Ochoa and Andres Guardado. I think it's not great news, because it means that you're not developing talent that can compete for those spots.
Yeah, that's the issue at hand here, right? You don't see countries like France, you don't see countries, world powerhouses, that have this type of player that are mainstays for 5 World Cups, because the talent is so good at such a young level that's pushing out the veteran talent. That's not the case here. It's great for Guardado and for Guillermo Ochoa. Like, what an accomplishment, 5 World Cups. I mean, not many players can say that, but when a country already has 4, it goes to show you just how long in the tooth it is and how much it hangs on to those heroes, to those idols, and it can't let them go. And how much it's not developing, because they do a great job of winning youth tournaments, but that doesn't mean you develop youth players. It doesn't mean you develop good professionals, because after the U17s, heading into the U23s, those players go on to their club and they don't play anymore. 0 players under 23 years of age in the 2022 squad. That blows my mind.
That's bad. Yeah.
How big an issue is that, Herc? Are we under maybe stating the value of experience? Won't Mexico, being one of the oldest teams in the tournament, won't that benefit them somehow?
I guess they won't get as nervous. I mean, if you were an older French team, I guess they wouldn't get as nervous. But if you're a team that's never won anything, I mean, it's great to go on 7 straight World Cups into the next round, but Mexico goes on to the next round and loses, it's going to be un fracaso total. That's not going to be a successful tournament. It's going to be quinto partido for them. And I've said it, and I'll say it again, Seb. The World Cup is a young man's tournament. You're going to play 3 games in 9-10 days. You have to be physically fit, mentally fit. You have to be ready for whatever rolls along, and you're going to have to be deep. This Mexican squad is talented, yes, technically talented. Tactically, they got some very good players, but they're very long in the tooth. And one injury to a big player, or fatigue comes in, or whatever the case may be, and you're going to really get tested there.
All right, so there we have it. Memo Ochoa and Andres Guardado headed to their 5th World Cup. Quickly, Mal, last word to you.
Real quick, this means that when the World Cup is played in Mexico and in the U.S. in 2026, there will be 0 players 26 or younger with World Cup experience. And that's a problem.
Oof.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.